To the Bod Podcast, episode number
12.
12. I cannot believe that we've made it to 12 episodes.
That's 12 weeks.
Continuous.
That's 3 months.
That's a lot of math you just did in your head.
For the data we've had, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not bad at all.
So how was your week?
Oh, Ben. I had a hell of a week this week. We had a move-in at WashU and SLU this week, so we got to make a lot of students and parents happy at work, which was amazing. It's always a ton of East Coasters, so you get to talk to a lot of East Coasters, which is always exciting.
Do they talk with like a Brooklyn accent?
They do, and they the second they walk into Brooklyn
in the house,
okay, they're here. No, they're all very nice. Obviously, I'm sure it's a sad day for most parents when their kid leaves the house. Some parents were exceptionally excited.
That's what I was going to say. You looking on Facebook, you never really tell if moms are sad or mom and dad is sad or if they're
sad,
happy.
glad,
or
feeling bad.
Mad and sad and feeling bad.
Yeah, mad and sad and feeling bad.
Thinking about the things that they never had.
Yeah. So how's your new job? Still there?
Still there.
Nice.
They kept me
Congratulations.
2 solid weeks now.
Man.
Idiots.
You're killing it.
I know. Boy, I don't know if I'll make it.
I mean, that $20,000 a year salary, they're really stepping out of the box.
Yeah, they are.
That's amazing.
Paying them big bucks.
That's great. Congratulations.
I hope Joe's watching. Can I come cashier for you?
It might not be a bad gig to be a cashier at Joe Bossy's place.
It might not be.
I don't know if I would cut meat on like big bandsaws. That probably wouldn't be a good thing for me to do.
Yeah, I don't think they should let you get anywhere near anything like that.
Or bake cakes.
Yeah, that's pretty technical.
Although I do know how to bake a gooey butter cake, and for some reason, they don't carry gooey butter cake.
They don't?
No, it's pretty disappointing actually.
Whoa.
I know.
That might be a GOYA right there.
Get off your ass and carry gooey butter cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
ridiculous.
need to. There's nothing better than gooey butter cake.
I would agree with that.
Even when we didn't live here, I made it on a regular basis, and I got fairly good at it.
Yeah. So there's what, 2 like big gooey butter cake places in St. Louis that they did like a taste test of. It was like Gooey Louie's and
I don't remember the other place.
I don't either. Help us out there.
But I will tell you, Deerberg's has the best gooey butter cake out of anybody.
Really?
Yeah, Schnucks is terrible. It's shitty Schnucks gooey butter cake is what the title is on it, and it's shitty.
Have you had the Gooey Louie's?
No. So I'm sure that's probably pretty good.
Road trip.
Maybe Joe should just carry that.
That's
and then
road
he doesn't
trip.
have to worry about baking it.
Yeah. They have ovens.
Well, no, I'm saying he doesn't have to worry about that particular thing.
That item. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It may not be in their wheelhouse.
It might not be.
Is this happening again tonight? Just many, many puns and silly phrases.
Well, once we get down to the brass tacks of the situation, then we'll be all set.
This has been happening for, I don't know, probably the last 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, welcome.
Nonstop.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Welcome, Amanda.
Welcome,
Amanda. How was your week?
It was really good. Thanks. Thanks for asking.
Are you disappointed I accidentally cut you off while you were talking?
Nothing new. Nothing new.
What you drinking there, Mr. King?
I am having a Shock Top Lemon Shandy tonight. I had to finish it out. I bought the what was it? I guess 18 or 16 pack whenever they had it on sale at the local supermarket.
Nice.
So I bought that. So I had 4 left. So I figured I'd finish those off. Be a nice little base for the Moonshine tasting this evening.
I wish I had some gooey butter cake to like put a barrier in my gut.
I don't know if that'd
for
be good
this
or
tonight.
not. That might ruin your gooey butter cake obsession.
We also have to eat the fruit and not just drink the moonshine.
Yeah. I wanted we got the raspberry flavored one. I want to take that home and put it on top of some ice cream.
Okay. That's not a bad idea. What kind of ice cream?
Vanilla bean.
All right. Briars?
I don't know what
Smithwick?
Smithwick.
I don't know if that's a name or not.
I have no idea. You stumped me on that one.
I did.
Blue Bunny, maybe?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I used to like the homemade. It was called homemade, and it was cookie dough. And I swear it was more cookie dough than ice cream. And they don't even make it anymore.
They probably went out of business.
It was so good.
People probably died of salmonella.
I didn't.
Isn't that what you can get from cookie dough, raw cookie dough?
I've never gotten it, and I've eaten the egg versions for years.
That's too bad.
Boy, you should have taken the trash out
All right,
today.
so we're gonna hit the intro.
Hold up. The music. People can hear us. Hot mic.
All right, we're back.
You
How
didn't
was the
even
intro?
dance. You didn't dance to this
No,
one.
I was trying to be quiet because I keep getting yelled at that it's a hot mic during the intro,
Really?
and I keep working to correct that. And I think I may have done it this week, although I'm not sure. We'll find out. Let us know.
Hey, Rick Presley, thanks for joining us. I see Rick's on. He likes caramel.
So we went to a restaurant downtown near the Arch Complex.
Yeah,
and for
an
dessert,
Italian restaurant, right?
we had gooey butter cake with vanilla ice cream on top and caramel. And Rick Presley is right. That is the only way,
Ray?
the only right way to eat gooey butter cake.
But I also think that the gooey butter cake was slightly grilled, so it kind of caramelized on the top and made it hot and grilled, and then they put the cold ice cream and the caramel sauce on it. It was to die for.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome. I went to the store, I think, on the way home and bought all of the things I needed to recreate that on a regular, and I think for probably a week. I ate that constantly. We took it to Dan Ron's house, and we made it for everybody. Awesome. Delicious.
Nice.
We are nice people.
Your wife is.
Excuse
Your wife
me.
is a very nice person.
She is very nice. Yeah, I rubbed off on her. So,
No comment.
so what we're going to talk about this evening, do we have any other comments, babe?
No.
Okay. So thank you, Rick Presley, for your comments. And anybody else who needs anything, has anything they want to express. Oh, I didn't add those. It's a new one.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh,
so,
well.
hey, you know what? Something we want to
Hit
go
it
off
up.
of, too. Though, if you're out there, look up the gooey butter cake competition in St. Louis. I want to know who the two places were. It was so big that they had it on the Food Network channel. There was a debate between the two places. So look that up.
I bet Amanda could do that for us.
She probably could.
So don't forget, follow us on YouTube. That's where all of the on-demand episodes are for every single, all 11, soon to be 12, Dad Bod Podcast exist. We also are going to try to figure out like bonus content and stuff like that. We're not really sure yet, but maybe some different things like, hey, this is me at my job today, or hey, this is me taking out the garbage.
Yeah, apparently you never do.
Apparently. But follow us there. Also, the
Instagram?
podcast is Instagram. Yep. Amanda, our EP, does a very good job. She put up some cool videos from last week with all the beers that we taste tested.
Yep.
which
She
is
put up
really
some pictures
awesome.
of us last night. We went to Tilted Skillet in Washington, and she
We
put up
did.
some pictures of us last night from, we had a good beer. Well, I enjoyed the beer.
Wow.
Yeah, can
It
we
was
talk
strong.
about that for a minute?
Yeah, that
Damn.
beer was crazy.
That
So, what
was
is it called?
crazy.
Like, do you have the official...
It was 14.1% alcohol by
I
volume.
thought it was 14.4.
Is it 14?
14.1.
14.1?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm incorrect. Thank you.
It's It was made by Goose Island, though. What do they call it? The Bourbon County Stout.
And they only make it on Black Friday.
They only sell it on Black Friday.
Well,
So it's a limited run.
correct. And he bought, what, a keg and 5 cases, and that was the last one
Right, that was the last
from
beer.
last year.
Yeah. He gave that to me for my birthday.
I can't wait to see what he gives me for my birthday, and it better not be a goddamn Bud Light.
I hope it is.
I think that would be awesome.
Because he said that.
Yeah.
As I was getting ready to taste it, he goes, I know this isn't Bud Light. And I'm like, Tom, don't you worry.
What are you drinking tonight? You asked me what I was drinking. What are you drinking?
I am drinking the Wango again. It's a mango wheat ale brewed with natural flavor. It's really good. Here, I'll put it up on our shelving unit. It's actually got some cool designs on the front of the can.
Yeah.
It's made in Detroit, I think, if I remember right.
D-Town.
I think. Born in Detroit, raised everywhere. Atwater Brewery.
Huh.
Yeah, I like it. It's really good. It's not too heavy, and it's not as clear as Bud Light.
You can actually...
And it's
not-
better than any gluten-free beer you could find.
So I was looking at I was looking at that Bourbon County brand stout there that she has the information pulled up. The color on it, midnight, That would be pretty accurate.
I got to say, it looked like soy sauce.
It was dark.
Yes.
I felt like it was a cross between the worst can of Guinness I've ever had with like a bottle of bourbon inside of it.
It was tough.
Like, you guys didn't like. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I didn't hate it. Like, it was okay. It's not my cup of tea, but I could see why it's an expensive bottle of beer, because I'm sure a lot goes into brewing that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Bourbon barrel aged, like all that kind of stuff is just unbelievable, the time that it probably takes to pull that off.
Well, what did it say? That 5 years? It was aged in that barrel for 5 years?
No, he said that it lasts 5 years.
It lasts 5 years.
It has a shelf life in the bottle for 5 years.
Okay, I thought it said it was aged for 5 years. I was like, that's a long time.
No, I don't even know if that's possible with a beer.
Well, if it has a shelf life of 5 years, I imagine you could age it for 5 years, right?
Moving on.
I am not wrong again. Is that what you were going with right there?
But it was very impressive. Like, he brought it over. The bottle was really fancy. Like, it was etched in the glass. And you should take a look at our Instagram, because Amanda did put the pictures up there. And you should take a look at it, because it is a very interesting bottle. It has like a little flag on the side of it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we could get Russell to duplicate it.
Maybe. Although I'd probably be the only one drinking it.
I'll drink it again.
Yeah?
I'll man up.
Oh, you would not.
No.
Come on now. And I looked it up on the way home last night, and prices on eBay and other sites range anywhere from $75 to $100 a bottle.
Wow.
Hey, Tom Kent, thank you.
Yeah.
So what we should have done is taken the bottle and sold it.
I mean...
No.
Is that not
for a bottle of beer?
Would that not be kosher to do?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Regifting. I think it was amazing, and it was an awesome gift.
No, it was really cool. What'd you text him? Like, when we were a half hour away and we had a table, we just walked in and sat down like some kind of celebrities or something.
I just sent him a message, said, hey, we're on our way your way. Can you put a reserve up for 4 for us? And yeah,
bam.
It worked out.
All of those second-rate citizens still sitting there.
Peasants.
Yeah, no joke. You don't have your own podcast. So yeah, that was cool. But what else are we going to talk about tonight?
So we were going to go off with things that annoy us, right? So we changed it up. Last night.
What is this going to be, 8 hours?
Last night we were sitting at the table at dinner talking about the podcast tonight, and we changed the subjects because I got a little aggravated, a little heated.
No way.
Not me, right?
You don't have a temper or anything?
So I got a little aggravated, a little heated about it. My wife went out of town for the weekend, and I got the comment, oh, so you're babysitting? What the fuck do you mean, am I babysitting? Hit the explicit button. What the fuck do you mean, am I babysitting? It's my kid.
We didn't buy an explicit button yet.
It's my kid. I'm not babysitting my child. I am taking care of my child, just like my wife does, just like only you do with your kids.
Successfully.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. She didn't get harmed. She wasn't in any harm's way. She had a good weekend with me.
Except for that run into traffic thing. That was a bit...
She didn't run into traffic either.
No,
it pisses me off.
Well, I don't disagree with you, because that's definitely not what it is. However, there's probably times where some parents, they think that that's what's happening. Right? And it may not even be an insult, because normally it's both of you together, or I'm sure when Lindsay or whatever, I don't know if it goes the opposite way or not, but you're right. Like, there are a lot of times where people do consider a dad having the kid for an extended period of time as babysitting.
Well, I never hear that, though.
That is pretty disrespectful to a father, because they're not babysitting, they're raising their child.
Right. My wife's not going to come home and like cut me a check. Hey, here you go. Thanks for the weekend. Here's a check for $200 for babysitting our kid.
And then drive you back to your parents'
And then
house.
drive me back to my fucking parents' house. God, that aggravates me. I don't understand it. You don't ever hear...
How many people said that to you?
3. And it's not the first time, though. It's, anytime she's went out with friends of hers and stuff, and she even gets aggravated by it. She brought it up once. She gets aggravated by it because she went out with friends once, and some of her friends are like, oh, Ben's babysitting Hensley? No, he's not babysitting. He's taking care of his child. Why is it considered babysitting when a father stays home with their child?
I don't know, but it's... First off, I'm a good babysitter. I've done it for years. However, when we have Drew, we're not babysitting Drew.
Right.
We're raising that kid and teaching him real life experiences, like taking him to the Eagles and playing pool and doing real things, not just sitting there, hey, I'm going to pop on Nickelodeon and then you'll be home in a couple hours.
Right. No, not at all. Like you had breakfast with us and, it was no different.
She took my entire cinnamon roll.
She did take your cinnamon roll.
And I'm still a little upset because I only got like 2 bites.
She did take your cinnamon roll. She pushed my food away that I got her, the pancakes and bacon and fruit, and pushed that away and took your cinnamon roll.
Yes. And my biscuits and gravy was not as satisfactory as I had hoped.
You know where we should go for biscuits and gravy?
Where?
That little place in
Little
town.
Ireland?
Yeah, Little Ireland. I haven't had their biscuits and gravy yet. I hear they're great, though. You know who else does biscuits and gravy in town?
BP.
B&H.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They do breakfast.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's a big banner out front.
Serves breakfast, 7 a.m.
No, but Little Ireland does do a very good biscuits and gravy. I've had it before.
Have you?
It's unbelievable. And their cinnamon roll. I don't like to use derogatory terms on the podcast, but it's tits.
It's the tits?
It is.
Is it the bee's
knees?
Babe,
what do you... It is the bee's knees.
The cat's meow.
If only I was on camera, everyone could see my massive eye roll.
It wasn't massive.
And stop vaping.
No. Nobody else vapes on shows. It's exclusive to our show. Okay. Jewel's going to sponsor this show one of these days. Then you'll be like, babe, I was incorrect.
Everybody
You're
should
the man.
Be vaping.
You're amazing. I want to be like you.
All right, well.
So let's hear from our audience out there. What do you guys think about the term when dads are taking care of their children by themselves? Do you guys like whenever somebody says, oh, dad's babysitting tonight?
I bet they drive home afterwards.
And I bet they drive home. I'm confused.
Well, that's what Tracy Smith said, and I'm not sure who that is.
I don't know. And I bet they drive home afterwards. Wow.
Yeah, maybe that's the dad just drives home afterwards.
No, I think she meant after drinking that 14%.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
But, I mean, for the record, Tracy, it was 1 bottle, split 3 ways.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we were safe.
It was a 3-way.
And if you don't like our podcast, you should probably stop watching.
You telling him to stop vaping, but not to stop drinking.
Who is this Tracy Smith?
Maybe she doesn't realize that we are in your basement.
What is the problem with drinking? Can you block her, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And are there any other comments that don't revolve around whoever the hell this person is?
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Look, I hate to do that with
Rick
viewers.
Says freedom to vape. Thanks, Rick, for not having my back, man.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it.
And Ashley said it's a horrible thing to say to fathers.
Thank you, Ashley.
So obviously John probably gets that as well and does not appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous. A big deal. I agree. We're getting a lot of feedback today.
Yes,
this is nice. Yeah, thanks, Ashley, for watching. You could have stopped by like it's across the street.
We have a studio.
The Amanda Media Studios is not like some big conglomerate in a high-rise building. It is in the basement of a local home in Pacific, Missouri.
In your home.
My home that I share with my lovely executive producer.
So stop drinking since you're going to have to drive all the way.
Sure did.
Just close that out. I don't want to see that shit anymore.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay, anyway.
So, yeah, that is pretty annoying. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
That can be pretty frustrating. As I could tell, you're pretty irritated about it.
I was very I'm still a little
hot.
A little heated.
A little hot under the collar.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe cool off a little bit.
He almost drove us off a bridge today. He was so mad about it.
So mad. Speaking of today, Jeff Philly, if you're watching, we took 4th place.
We did. We did a bags tournament today and 4th place again.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben didn't get 4th place last time, did you? This time I was on your team and you got 4th place.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's a win in my book. We're not going to tell anybody there was only 6 teams.
No.
Thanks for consistently being 4th, babe.
Yeah. I don't need to be better than that. You got to let other people win, right?
Yeah. We wanted to boost everybody else's egos.
Yeah, self-esteem. We're here for the people. Yes. For the people. All right. So the other topic.
So
people who think moms are better than dads at teaching. At teaching what?
Life skills.
Oh. Can your wife teach your daughter how to shoot a gun? No, you can.
Actually, she probably could.
All right, we're going to go ahead and continue.
But no, it is the truth, though. There are so many people out there who think that when a kid has a higher IQ or is more intelligent, oh, mom works with her. Oh, mom. No, it's not always just mom.
But I will tell you, too, I think part of the problem with that is a couple things. There are still a considerable amount of stay-at-home moms, right? So there is it isn't that they're better. It's that there is a lot more time spent. So that can be something. But I would tell you, too, that, like, between Amanda and I, with the kids over the years, she's exceptionally more patient than I am. So she has a much better ability to teach things than I do sometimes. My patient. I can't even.
You can't talk.
You're patient.
I'm not even drunk, and I can't even talk. My patience isn't necessarily the best on occasion, so that can lead to frustrations on both parties. Like teaching Amy how to drive a stick shift, for instance. I did it a little bit, and then it just kind of whatever. It just didn't really work out. And then Amanda just literally sat in the passenger seat and said, "Figure it out." Texted on her phone, did Facebook, and in a dead parking lot with no retail in Jersey, Amy sat there for 3 hours and figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would have had. I don't know if I would have had the patience to do that.
I think you go with what you're good at.
Yeah.
Right. So each parent, mom, dad, however the situation is at your home, in your home, each parent is different and has different abilities. It doesn't mean that because your daughter or your son or whatever is good at something is because mom showed them. Absolutely not.
Right.
Like I taught my daughter math, addition.
Like what kind of math?
She can do addition. She's 3.
Wow.
She can add.
Like what? Like how big?
She goes up to 10.
Wow. Can you go past that? Like, did she max out?
She maxed me out. She maxed
what
me
you
out.
know?
It's like, hey, that's as far as I can go. Now you want to go into Common Core and stuff like that? I'm sorry, I'm not your dog, right?
You got to go to your mother.
Yeah, go to your mother on that shit. You want to start dividing, multiplying.
So then this is true. I think
but
myth busted. Like
myth busted, yeah. No.
Yeah.
But it's serious. And it's very aggravating because as men, as parents, as adults, as fathers, we want credit too.
We do. We deserve it.
If we're starting a movement.
What's the hashtag?
Hashtag dads too.
Dads with voices.
Dads with voices.
That sounds lame.
No, I like dads too.
It needs to be more manly.
I don't like dads too.
Dads teaching grads.
Dads teaching grads.
No, I don't like that either.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
We'll brainstorm.
Let us know what the
idea.
hashtag is. It can't be Me Too because that's already taken.
Yeah, apparently. But moving on to that is the deadbeat dads versus deadbeat moms. I think dads carry a lot of
the stigma.
The stigma, right?
Yeah, that's a big word.
I really think that there are a lot of deadbeat moms out there as well. I think there's just as many deadbeat moms as there are dads.
I don't know if there's just as many, but I do admit that getting into the foster care system, there are a lot.
It's an equal really representation.
Sad. I don't know, but it is really sad.
Yeah.
Look,
I don't disagree, but
as fathers, we love our children just as much as mothers do, right?
Sure.
There's no shortcoming of love just because you're a father, just because you're a male, right?
Were you wanting a response? You said right, like there's an audience here.
Right, I'm looking for a response.
Yeah!
Raleigh the
Woo!
But it's something that gets me fired up, clearly. It's something I'm passionate about.
Clearly, you got a huge problem with that. But there is a huge thing, too, with the courts still kind of finding the mom the big deal in the whole thing.
Right.
And look, none of us are saying that moms aren't important. Moms are a huge part of a kid's life, and they should be. But I do think that there's a point in time sometimes where people don't realize also the importance of the dad. And I think even dads sometimes get frustrated with the system, and it may not be their choice to stop being involved. It may just be the overall frustration with what's going on, to where at some point you got to be like throwing the towel, which sucks, and it's a terrible thing. But sometimes the system just gets you down.
Yeah. No, and I could see that. I could see a dad just finally being frustrated and throwing in the towel. I would assume. I don't know that I could ever do that. But I mean, I imagine there are fathers out there that get tired of getting beat down.
Yeah. It's a tough deal. I went through the whole system, and I unfortunately never won a damn thing. And I don't know if that's just because I wasn't... I'm sure there's a million reasons or whatever, but it did feel on occasion like the judge was against me.
Was more biased towards the mom than towards you.
Yeah. And again, that's my opinion. I don't know if that's true.
I think that's a lot of people's opinions. You know, I mean, as a kid growing up in divorced families, it was always said, like that was always said, friend of the mom kind of a thing. The courts believe in mom. And I never really believed it until I met Andy. And I remember like calling my dad and being like, hey, sorry for being a shitty daughter for a long time. I didn't understand how hard that was. Like, I kind of blamed you for stepping away and not being as involved in all of that, when in reality, I watched Andy go through how hard it was. And eventually you just get to the point where it's like, I give up. I don't know what to do.
Right. Yeah. That can be exceptionally difficult because, look, you want to do the right things for your kids, but at the same time, you have to do what's right for you. Otherwise, you can't be right for your kids either. Like that, there's a very fine line on that whole thing. Like I could have remained single forever and hated the world and lived in a tiny apartment somewhere and saw my kids every now and then or whatever. Like, but if you're not right or doing the right things, it's just like we had to make a hard choice when we moved to Jersey. We weren't seeing the kids every weekend then or every other weekend. But it was the right thing for us, which eventually really became the right thing for the kids. They got to do so many experiences they never, ever would have been able to do. And we've talked about that in past shows or whatever. But that was the right decision for everybody.
But then it was also a right decision for your kids as well, because that allowed you to financially be there for your children as well.
Sure.
Right? Well, so you made the decision to move financially as well. It wasn't just
I will also say
off the cuff.
It definitely got the kid, even though we saw them less, the time that we shared with them was, or still, you know, the time we share with them was more intense. We did a ton more stuff, and now they've been able to see the world. Before that, they'd never been on an airplane. Now Drew is 15 and just wants to be dropped off at the airport. Please don't come in with me, Dad.
Uber me over.
Well, we said that a few weeks ago, right? Like his thing last summer was, I just want you to set up an Uber to take me from school to the airport for me to leave from school, which I gotta say would be pretty badass.
Yeah.
If you just like, hey, there's my Uber. I'll see you guys in a few months.
Hey, Rick, you're 100% right. Deadbeat anything is unacceptable. You are 100% correct.
Unexplainable.
Unexplainable, unacceptable. Yeah. I'm reading from far away here. I can't really read all that. But
you need glasses.
I do. Squint, maybe.
Well, I have old man glasses. You should just get some.
Yeah. You'd
never know these are old man glasses.
I would know. They're as thick as a Coke bottle.
My eyes aren't that bad, prick. But it is. It's a big deal. I don't know. Like, I think one of the things we talked a lot about this week with the podcast is I think over the last quite a few episodes, unfortunately, we've just been kind of spitting out a lot of ridiculous information. Right? Like an unbelievable amount of information. And Amanda spent a lot of time. You've spent a lot of time. I've done a tiny little bit with that. Because I just keep rebuilding the studio.
When do you do
right after he takes out the trash.
But take out the papers and the trash.
He's doing research while taking out the garbage. So never.
I really think when it comes down to it, like we want to hear from everybody about things that frustrate them as a dad and how we can make those things different. I think that was the original intention of this podcast. I think over the past probably month or two, we kind of got off topic. Because we were just trying to get a lot of information out, which wasn't our intent.
Right.
Our intent really, and we're going to put up a lot of things to try to get ideas from folks. The intent of this is to really get out things that dads do well, dads do great, things that frustrate dads. Whatever those things are, that's the goal of what we're trying to talk about. We do all the other bullshit, like we're going to finally talk about some tech in the next few weeks. We're going to try some Moonshine today. Like, all those are great little sideline things that we do, just kind of for dads. Like, one of the things we had thought about talking about today was the kids went back to school. It's time to get back on your drinking. Now we're going to talk about moonshine.
Yeah.
Like, which, whatever. And I'm sure there's people with different opinions about that. But we really want to do what people want to hear about. And we want people's feedback. I think
we want to be a support, like, for
right.
each other, for you guys, for everything. I
Sure.
think that's what our whole intention was
Right.
from the beginning, is for all of us dads to get together and be a support system for each other and help each other out through things that we're all growing and all going through.
Absolutely. And I think that's what today's more about, is really those things that frustrate you, things that are just you're trying to work through, whatever that is. Whether it's new dads, old dads, whatever it is, everybody has those frustrations, or everybody still has those things that they just haven't experienced yet. It's not in their wheelhouse, whatever those things are. Like, that's what this is about, and that's what we want to get through in this podcast. And I think you're going to see a significantly different voice coming from us starting with this week.
Yeah, it's going to be more rap session.
Your frustrations this week is what you said it a few weeks ago, and we kind of tried to do a little bit of it. And then I was thinking kind of this week, we finally talked about it the other day, and you're like, that's exactly what I've been thinking. And I'm glad that now we can kind of come to an agreement that this is where we want to head. And these rap sessions, we got great comments from Rick and Ashley and some other folks, and we're going to put out some general questions and topics a couple weeks in advance, a week in advance, because we want to talk about what you want to hear, or what frustrates you, what makes you maybe a great parent, what things you've kind of screwed up.
Issues that you're
whatever
having.
Those things are. Absolutely.
Issues that you're having as a parent, and saying, hey, what do I do in this situation? What's going on here? Because while we might not have been through it yet or have went through it, it doesn't mean that we don't have opinions and don't have ideas of how to help you, how to combat that.
Opinions are like assholes.
Everybody's got one.
Ours are just better than others? Oh.
No, they're all full of shit.
Oh, okay. I thought ours were better than others.
Anyway, so that's the deal. That's kind of what we wanted to get off our chest in the first half of the podcast or whatever.
I feel better.
Now, you know what? And we appreciate everybody's feedback. We really do want more feedback. We want as much as we can get. We want people to get involved. We want to turn this thing into something that isn't just us sitting here and saying, you got to buy the right car seat. So when you go 80 pounds is normally a booster, but if the kid is under 5 feet, we don't want to do that bullshit.
No.
And that's kind of what we were doing.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here reading off a screen of a ridiculous amount of information. We want to sit here and talk about real shit.
Okay, we get it. Move on.
Anyway, where's the moonshine?
Let's moonshine it.
Babe.
Yeah.
Are you going to drive home after this?
I don't know. I should stop drinking. No, let's not ban her. We need her on every single episode.
You know what, Andy? I think it's time for you to climax.
What is that?
Tim Smith's Climax Moonshine.
That does not seem good.
I like that it has a dog on it.
So, the show Moonshiners is on. I don't know.
Oh, that is that guy.
That's that guy. He
Shut your
finally
mouth.
started bottling.
He's even in his
overalls.
In the picture.
Yep.
As America's most wanted moonshiner. So if he's America's most wanted, how is he in the public eye?
That's kind of odd, isn't it? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that is
So
odd.
here's my question. When did moonshine... I mean, I know moonshine was a really big thing a long time ago. But I feel like it's only become a really big thing in the last, 5 years. Do you feel that way?
I think it really got popular once the show kind of started picking it up. Does that make sense? I think so.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I don't ever remember it being a thing when we were younger.
Oh my God. That's like gasoline.
Yes, sir. Hey, and we got the classy
I am
red
not going to make it to
glasses.
your work function after this. I'm going to bed.
We're doing little sips. We're not going to throw
And I'm talking little, not your normal full shot bullshit. Like a dab will do ya.
Dab will do ya. Dabba dabba do.
Do we have a lighter? I bet I could light this shit on fire.
Let's not in the studio.
Yeah, let's please not.
Let's not make this the last podcast because you burnt down the studio. What? Why would you do that? What's the matter with you?
It won't light.
So Tim Smith's
But I ruined it.
Yeah, you did.
Can you start over?
45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof.
Wait, what did you say?
45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof.
What the fuck are we doing?
I doubt we even have a shot of everything tonight with everything combined.
Hold on. That's too much.
Get out of here.
I just want to dabble, do you?
I'm going to put this back up so people can see the
So I'm not kidding
there.
you that this just... I don't need to pluck my nose hairs anymore.
Whoa.
All you have to do...
Give it a good smell.
Yep. Done.
Hold on. I need to prepare for this.
You have your chaser ready, Neiman?
Yeah, I got my... Well, hold on. I need to...
Pour another beer in there. You're going to need it. On a side note, Hendrick's Barbecue in St. Charles, they need to be a sponsor because I'm plugging them right now. They do a moonshine flight.
No.
What?
Yeah,
Not
they
doing
distill
that.
moonshine there, and they do a moonshine flight.
Isn't that illegal to distill moonshine? You better... You just
Clearly,
ratted
I
them.
just ratted.
God damn it.
Ratted them out.
I'm not that excited about this.
I'm excited.
I'm so
about
excited to watch your face.
Oh, here we go.
Is that really what this is about? Is Andy's reaction shots?
I really think
you're
this.
so wimpy about
We've
stuff.
actually talked about it. We're going to torment Andy every podcast.
Yeah, that's Ben and I's new plan.
Well, that's harsh.
Oh my God.
That's harsh.
Woo. Woo.
I just got a great...
Wow.
Yeah. Holy shit.
We need to get the new mics so that way I don't overmodulate when I yell like that.
That was ridiculous.
We need like a spit cup or something.
A spittoon?
God. Wow. What is this?
Old Smoky
So,
Tennessee Moonshine Apple Pie.
So I got to tell you, the Phillies up the street, for those of you that are familiar with them, they own Philly Fine Sauces LLC. They make an apple pie moonshine with Everclear.
Gosh, does it have Everclear in it?
Yeah, Everclear, cinnamon sticks,
Their
apples.
apple pie moonshine is amazing.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Why didn't they bring us any down for this?
They only have one jar left.
Only got one left.
And they
But
haven't made it in a couple years.
They've passed it around in our driveway a few times.
And
I put it away.
it is really bad.
I just want to shake it up just to see if that changes things.
That's not going to help.
I hope it does.
Does it not smell like apple pie? Does it smell like gasoline? Jesus.
Yep.
Where's the cinnamon?
How do you pour a shot of this? Sorry about your tablecloth. This thing's going to be on fire eventually, right?
Can you light this on fire?
No, light your tablecloth on fire and see.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
The dogs are being really loud in the microphone.
Okay.
It actually doesn't taste bad.
All right. So this
what kind
is...
is
So
this?
explain to us what this is.
This is the, what'd I say, Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine Apple Pie.
Okay.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
All right.
Says to shake well. That's why I put the lid back on. And
You didn't really shake it.
Well, I
You kind of turned it upside down.
35% alcohol volume. This is 70 proof, so not quite as harsh as the Tim Smith.
There was our old neighbors, Nick and Anna. He brought over some kind of something. I don't know what the hell it was, but he did light it on fire. Remember that, babe? That tiny little cup?
That was
It was like a baby food jar of it that he brought over, and he literally was able to light it on fire. He probably could have poured it in my gas tank.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't try it. And he would throw it at the bonfire in the driveway.
Like,
And he
breathe
drank
through
it.
it, yeah. Michelle, stay tuned. I see you there. Blackberry, need to try Blackberry. I think we've got
We
something
have
that
Blackberry next. Who's Michelle Marie?
I don't know. Salute. Let's
Thanks,
try this.
Michelle.
Thanks for tuning in.
That noise is awful, Andrew.
I don't disagree.
You know,
but
that's not bad. I like that.
It took a minute. Maybe I was exaggerating. But
I think
you
you
can
were.
taste the apple pie. However,
Yeah.
it's still got a fiery alcohol.
It's a fiery front. Like
burn.
Isn't that the whole point?
It burns up front, but it's got a good aftertaste. That apple pie taste is there afterwards. I like that.
Oh,
glad that's going home with me.
Yeah, you do not have to leave any of that here.
None of this has to be left here, huh? We're gonna stay with Old Smoky, right? No. Yes, we're gonna stay with Old Smoky.
Okay.
Cherry.
Okay.
What?
We're eating the cherry. We're not drinking it.
We're gonna do both, right?
Okay.
That seems amazing. I love the idea of a
50% alcohol by volume.
That's less, right, than the others? Or
No.
the last one was 45?
30.
I'm having trouble
The first one was
things now.
This is the
first one was
so far.
40. The second one was 30. This one's 50. And this is 100 proof. Let's shake it up.
Yeah, I would.
So
I'd
Jeff
recommend.
last night had watermelon that had been soaking in rum, and it was amazing.
Are we going to eat a cherry and drink the moonshine, right?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Okay. I just want to make
Did
sure.
you not hear what you said?
I just want to make sure you're still on board.
Is the safety seal on that?
I just broke it.
How do you know they didn't retape it?
That smells like a maraschino cherry. Get a little whiff of that.
Oh, wow, that's almost
We need
delicious smelling. Babe,
need
you're
a
going to have
fork.
to, you got to come in for a minute, babe.
Yep, come on in.
I'll come in after.
No, babe, come in.
No, it's okay. Just use your finger, Ben.
I feel like there was a "that's what she said."
We needed a
comment
spoon.
Boy would have loved that.
It's 100 proof. It'll go ahead and sanitize my fingers.
We would
Don't
have
worry.
said, boy, is that okay? And he would have been, yes.
Yeah. Right?
Okay.
All right. Do you know how to put a lid on?
You're overcooking my grits.
Don't be a dick.
Let's give this a whirl. I smelled the microphone.
I got to tell you, that smells better.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling
It smells like maraschino cherries, though,
But I have a
doesn't
feeling
it?
it's hiding the pain.
Only one way to find out, right?
Are you taking the fruit at the same time?
Yep. I think the alcohol's in the cherry more than anything.
All right. That was cool for about a second.
It was good, though. I think until you bite into that cherry and realize that all the alcohol is soaked into that cherry.
I think next time I need something other than beer as a chaser.
I have cold water.
I'm all right, baby. I'm going to be a man.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
Nice.
Michelle, we're not going blackberry, but we are going to go raspberry.
Oh, we didn't have... I thought you got blackberry.
No, I got raspberry.
You lied to me.
No, I didn't.
no, he said raspberry.
You said it was blackberry at the
Didn't-
store.
Oh, yeah, well, I might have done that.
At the store, you're like, hey, that's blackberry. I'm like, super cool.
No, I said, should we get blackberry? Because we had
Yeah.
raspberry already. I wanted to try this because this was the only one that was made by this distiller.
Who's
was
that?
raspberry. This is Midnight Moon.
Wow. It's made with real raspberries, not fake ones.
40, yeah, they're in the jar.
Raspberries.
Raspberries. 45% alcohol by volume.
Okay.
90 proof.
Yep.
Made with real raspberries. Few family recipe. It's a family.
Wow. Maybe we should make moonshine in the basement. Just another thing going on down here.
Not like we don't have enough things going on.
I'm going to have to put a hard no on the moonshine making.
Why?
Why does your wife hate us?
I don't know.
I don't have time to supervise the two of you making moonshine.
Excuse me.
Do we look like we need supervision?
Yes.
I won't
Have you
finish
met the
that
two of you?
sentence.
Yeah, why would you even...
Why would I even attempt to
Your
finish
wife's
that?
going to comment next.
Yeah.
Ben,
Don't-
no moonshine.
Don't let him do it, Amanda. Don't let him do it.
Why doesn't this have a pour easy cap?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It's a good complaint we should put in.
I think
for
they
these
make
people.
those for these, though.
Like a giant nipple?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you going to dig out any fruit?
No.
Why?
Because it's way down in there, unless you want to stick my whole hand in the jar.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. I want to watch all the skin come off your hand.
I don't think that happens when you dip it in alcohol. Midnight Moon.
This... This might be worse than the gluten-free challenge last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
I mean, that didn't like burn my throat out.
Right.
It was just smelled like weed.
This smells good, though.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does.
Nope.
You're a Bud Light guy.
No, I'm drinking Wango.
Wango tonight?
Wango. From Detroit. Atwater
D-Town.
Brewery. Hell yeah.
Last one. Let's cheers it up. Okay.
All right, that was a little better.
Yeah. I like that.
Maybe I'm just used to it now.
All your taste buds have been burned off.
Have you become accustomed to it? No, that's good, though. Good raspberry flavor to that.
Tomorrow at work, why does your brain not function? I don't know.
I had a podcast
6
last
shots
night.
of Moonshine last night.
In all reality, we had less than a shot between all those 4, but
Well, you don't have to get technical.
for all you viewers at home, we had 6 shots of each, and we're going to go out and drive afterwards. By no means do we promote drinking and driving, folks.
No, you don't do that. That's stupid.
I don't know what the lady earlier was bitching or complaining about, but
I don't even know who that was.
I don't either.
By the way, Michelle Marie, that was good.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Definitely. We did not try the blackberry, but the raspberry was good. Mm-hmm. Michelle Marie, you need to try the raspberry.
Right.
Yeah,
that was good.
So what was your favorite? The raspberry?
The cherry was good. I should have probably
not bit into the cherry.
Well, I probably should have swallowed the liquid first.
Yeah.
And then enjoyed the cherry. But I tried to do both at the same time, and that didn't really pan out very well.
That Tim Smith's was not my favorite by any means. I didn't like that at all.
Well, look, I don't know if it's that we don't like it or that I don't like drinking like lighter fluid.
Fair enough. I didn't care for that one, but the apple pie flavor wise, it was the apple pie. It burned at front, but it had a good back flavor. I enjoyed that. I'm an apple pie fan. The cherry had a good front flavor.
Yep.
But then once you bit into the cherry itself, you got all the alcohol.
So I wish we had Heather and Jeff's, because I will tell you their cherry or their apple pie moonshine just tastes like an apple pie.
Okay.
There's no burn, and there's cinnamon sticks in it, right? And
yes.
I don't know if there's apple chunks.
There is.
There is.
Usually like 2 pieces at the very bottom. Yeah.
And it does not have that ridiculous, and I think part of that is using Everclear, right? It's not as harsh. Maybe.
I can't verify that because I think Everclear is terribly harsh.
Can we get Heather on the phone?
She's working.
Oh.
Oh.
Boo.
Maybe we should go see her.
You have a.
Oh, you have to go to.
You
your
have
thing.
a function afterwards. You do too.
I have to go too.
Yeah. Don't stand.
Can I go in this outfit?
No.
Okay, cool.
Cool story, brah. So, are you all right?
I was laughing at your dead air thing there because it was your turn.
I was going to say something, but then you took a big hit off of that ridiculous
Juul vape.
It
comes in many different flavors. I'm smoking menthol this evening.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
What are you, a woman?
No, it's much smoother on the throat.
I will tell you, if that is the case,
the cucumber one.
After the moonshine, you probably need that.
Cucumber is an option, and it's actually quite nice.
Cucumber? No. God damn it, no.
Who's upstairs? We need to end this podcast.
I don't know who's here.
Somebody's coming down. We're in trouble. It's the fuzz. It's the 5-0.
I didn't get an alert that somebody was in the driveway.
I think it was just the dogs coming down. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, right?
Yep. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight.
Let us know what's going on, what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play. Hey, Alexa, play the Dad Bod Podcast. And, what?
Go ahead.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right?
Follow us on Instagram.
Absolutely. Instagram.
Twitter.
Amanda's
Do we
putting
Twitter?
a ton of stuff. We're not on Twitter yet.
We don't tweet?
No, we Facebook, Instagram. Maybe we'll tweet and Snapchat someday.
We should fucking tweet.
We should.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called, though. It's just called tweeting.
Tweeting?
Not fucking tweet.
I think we should.
And if you have any ideas about further episodes, please let us know.
Absolutely.
Tune in next week.
Thank you.
For another exciting hour of the Dad Bod Podcast.
So now
hit the end button. Jesus Christ.
We have